And we're live. Welcome, everybody. We're sorry for the delay. We had a little bit of technical difficulties going on. We got some people traveling this week, so forgive us for the delays. But without further ado, I'm going to pass this thing over to Andrew Armstrong with DawnforgedCast.
Good evening, friends, fellow gamers. Really glad to see you here on Savor Dice. Welcome back. Our 9th session. We are in the midst of the Illusionist Mansion and all sorts of craziness is happening. Our gaming session tonight is sponsored by ThinkGeek. Yes, go check out epic gaming swag that they have over there. I got my bag of holding. I carried it around all weekend. It was fantastic. Absolutely great products over there. You can find a link to that in the description below. Additionally, our virtual tabletop is powered by Fantasy Grounds, and you're going to see all their beautiful maps using Fantasy Grounds that are made by Dungeon Painter Studio by pyromancers.com. I'm super excited for our session, and I hope you are too. GM Jim Davis.
Thank you. Yes, there's been some traveling tonight. Normally I'm coming out. Illusory deceptions and tricks in order to find their way deeper into the Manse to locate the source of the illusions, shut it down, and see what clues they can glean from his mansion. Although undoubtedly parts of it will be trashed due to the giant ape that rampaged through it last session. So here we are. Our heroes find themselves in some illusory tunnels somewhere in the mansion, and spiders, multicolored, seemingly blurry, kind of with scintillating colors and like a kaleidoscopic effect to them, have appeared out of nowhere. And we are starting off with a bang. Initiative has been rolled. It is going to be Joego the Giant's turn, followed by the spiders, and then everyone else.
And Jim, can we gotta get a map going? Give me a map going, boss man.
We got to get a map going. I'll share that with you guys.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
I kind of wish you hadn't shared this with me.
Oh, well, I mean, like, you could play blind if you want. So the advantage on my part, disadvantage on yours. You can't target anything with spells, but if it makes you feel better, that's perfectly fine.
This guy.
So, Cody, you're saying you didn't save the map in the toolbar at the bottom?
Ooh, sick
what is this? What is this attitude? What is this?
Yeah. There's a lot of attitude, a lot going on.
Too much technical issues tonight. All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We beseech the machine god to make sure that all of our laptops, cameras, mics, programs, apps, and hearts continue onwards as we venture to our ninth session here. Joego
no like bug. So I'm going to slide around to the side here. And I will try and punch this spider after I rage, of course. Because if anything screams rage, it's going to be these spider thingies.
Absolutely.
So that's a 15.
Yeah, 15 is definitely going to hit. You connect with something solid.
All right. So Joego lets out a cry, and that didn't even fall in the box, did it? Son of a monkey's uncle. So Joego lets out his cry and punches out of the spider and then tries to grab it. Stupid bug.
Okay.
You're going to squash bug. And as a bonus action, I will attempt to grapple and grab this stupid spider thingy.
Yeah, I got a 4 for my athletics check there.
Oh, I got a lot more than that, a 25.
Return of the 4.
So these things are like the sides of like Clydesdale horses. They kind of like literally fill up the corridor that they're in. This one that Joego is grappling is actually on the ceiling as it comes in. And so you've got it by its 2 front legs, and its giant sort of glistening mandibles are snapping really kind of close to your own face there.
Okay, so what Joego does is he kind of like, he comes running around and like parkours off the side of the wall there and, reaches up and just, bone crunching grip, grabs this thing by its legs wins the grapple check. So he's going to use the spider to try and hit the other spider.
Okay.
Joego squish bug with other bug. And that is a 20 to hit.
So you like wrench this one off the ceiling and swing it around. The Oliver and Xenophon have to like duck as you swing this thing across the tunnel. And I guess you're aiming at the number 2 there.
Yes.
All right, and that's gonna hit.
All right. I don't know who's taking what damage, but there's another 10 points.
Go ahead and say that giant spider like that's a D8 for damage.
Oh, nice. We get to ramp it up. I did less.
So 9 instead of 10.
Yeah.
All right. So these 2 spiders, one of them, you like say, you just like punch it, grab it, throw it into the other one. Let's see. It's kind of like both of them on top of each other here.
Yeah.
And all right, here we go. So the spiders retaliate, and like I said, they just sort of appeared out of nowhere and are coming after you guys. Let's see. Here we go. We've got phase spider. All right, Robin is up first. This one over here is attacking Robin. Does 19 hit Robin?
Yes, a 19 does hit me. Sorry.
All right, 19 does hit you. I'm going to need a DC 11 Constitution save.
Okay. And I will be using my reaction to lessen the damage.
I only did 4 damage to you initially from the bite. But then we'll see what that poison damage is like.
Con save, you say?
Yep.
This ought to go well. 14.
Yeah, not bad. All right. Well, here we go. You're going to end up taking another, let's see, there's 14 in poison, so another 7 in poison, and you are not poisoned as per the condition.
So it took 9. Okay.
Correct. All right, so that was that bad boy right there. This other one down here near Xenophon sort of scuttles up and attempts to do the same thing. Let's see, Xenophon, there's sort of a flash of light and a big sort of flare of electric blue light as Xenophon throws up a barrier between it and the spider. Over here at the other side, we've got these 2 that have been wounded by Joego. One of them is going to come at Joego's kind of like climbing back up on the ceiling after you threw it. Or actually, you're still grappling it, right?
Yeah. Joego never lets go.
Joego never lets go.
Even if it's the best thing he could do.
Never let go, Joego.
So the one that you're grappling doesn't even try to escape your grapple. It attempts to bite you. 6 is not going to hit Joego, but it does disappear and vanish from Jogo's grip. Yeah, it just like you're sitting there holding on tight, and it just like fades from view, and you are not holding anything.
That's right, Bug. You better leave.
The final one kind of like recovers from the initial attack from Joego, and let's see, Oliver, Joego. I'm just going to attack Joego again. 15.
A 15.
I don't think 15 hits Joego, does it?
Does not.
All right, so it misses on Joego.
Jogo's cape flutters up between him and it.
All right, Robin, it's your go.
Oh, man. This is making me antsy. Hey, why do you think I vomited at my own joke? So this ant is right in front of me? Yes?
Correct.
Well, I'm by myself, so I'm going to need a dex save DC 10 from it as I fling dirt in its eyes.
Okay.
Try to blind it.
All right. So
It's got so many
dex
eyes.
Save.
Fling dirt in all the eyes.
Oh, it does not. It fails by 1.
Okay, so it is blinded, and I have advantage to hit it, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Alrighty. So I'm going to do that now as soon as I actually get to my actions. And I'm going to... Why isn't it doing advantage? Oh, it did. Oh, so close!
So close, man. Should have been a champion. 25 hits.
25 does hit, and I'm going to drop this right on his head.
Boom. All right. 17 damage. Yeah, you just like stab that motherfucker right between its mandibles, and sort of like gross ichor drips out of its mouth.
And then I'm going to, hopefully it's blinded and won't see me retreat back just a bit. And I'm going to move over here and kind of bolster this flank with Xenophon.
Gotcha.
And that's it for me.
All right. Jardon's up next.
Fantastic. I think he was in a little lizard form earlier.
I think so, yeah.
That's going to scurry between Xenophon's legs and mid-scurry, transform and grow into a spiky shelled tortoise. Xenophon slides down his back, and this is going to move forward and snap onto although I guess he's going to react, but we got to remember these are aloof too, but maybe this is just reflexive. That is a 13 to hit.
Maybe?
13 hits.
Ooh.
Or 11 damage.
11. Let's see. All right, here we go. So 11 damage. You snap your giant snapping turtle jaws onto it. It feels real enough. Feels solid. Feels physical. Satisfying crunch.
Okay. Target is grappled in its mouth. Escape DC 14.
14, you said?
Yes.
Awesome.
He's grappled, not restrained.
Gotcha. All right, Oliver, you're up.
All right. I'm going to turn, and I'm going to stab this thing twice. I've got a rapier for 23. I've got a rapier
23 is gonna
for
hit.
14.
2 hits, sir.
I got a rapier for 6 damage and a rapier for 6 more damage.
6, 6, 12.
Consistent.
And both of those feel crunchy. They don't feel
They feel,
illusionary.
you feel them. You feel the solid hit of the rapier as it reverberates from down your hand, up your arm, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, it feels like a very real hit there.
I can't imagine him having spiders here. And I'll just kind of fight off and help out Joego.
Okay. All right, and it's Xenophon's turn. Xenophon tries cast a spell at one of them in an attempt to get this whole thing over with. Nothing seems to happen, and Xenophon yells out that they are in fact real.
Oh.
And he's just now telling... Yeah, what a...
He tried to dispel them, and it's like, forget all this noise. Just get rid of these illusions. But they are not illusions, so it's Jogo's turn.
All right. Don't worry, Oliver. Joego will help you smash this spider.
Oh,
26.
yeah.
Yes, you will, sir. Yes, you will indeed.
And okay, I guess I will try and grapple him. That's what Joego does. He really just can't help himself, to be honest.
He can't help himself once he gets his hands on someone.
Because
It has been about a year since that tape came out, right?
So this spider has several wounds. You've smashed it once with another spider. Oliver has pierced it for 2 pretty solid hits against it. You can see it's bleeding from multiple wounds and appears to be on its last legs, no pun intended. And that's, let's see, is it going to escape your grapple? It does not.
all right, so in that case, Joego is going to run over here at this one and just kind of like, oh, I can't move the spider. Suplex one spider into the other. So I'm just going to like use one spider to body check the other one.
Okay.
For a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
And let's see, we decided spiders do a D8, huh? Ugh,
Yeah.
not any
little
better.
spiders there.
So that's 8 points.
8 points of damage. So the one that you were grappling and that you, that had been stabbed by Oliver, you swing at it, and it just like, as you hit the other one, it's sort of like you can feel the life leave it, and it just kind of like crumples limply in your arms. The other one is hurt, but not down.
Take that, bug. No bite Jogo's friends.
Don't bite Jogo's friends. All right, there we go. Okay. Anything else Jogo's going to do?
I think that's pretty much all my actions.
He killed a spider with another spider. Is there a lot more that he can do?
He killed the other spider with the.
He could try to kill another spider. He could just like curb stomp it and not stop at all. All right. So this one that is grappled by Jardon is going to not try to break free, and is just going to try to bite your giant snapping turtle head. Let's see. There we go. I don't know if a 20 hits your snapping turtle form.
It does.
All right. I'm going to need you to make a DC 11 Constitution save then. Take 9 damage. And let's see. It was going to 18 total poison, so another 9 poison damage, and you are not poisoned. There we go. So that one, this other one over here next to Jardon is going to attempt another bite. Let's see. Oh, that was not. Roll in the box, gentlemen. Roll in the box. 15 hit Joego? I don't believe it does.
No, the shield. Once again, his cloak jumps up between him and his nemesis.
All right. Seeing an opening right here. The other spider phases into view. And let's see. Which one presents the juicier target?
Nope.
I would say Xenophon presents a juicy target.
Dodge.
Because Oliver's got a sword.
Dodge.
You can dodge as a reaction. That's fucking sweet, man.
Dodge.
He's
Choose to disbelieve.
Right. He's attempting to bite Xenophon, but Xenophon busts out another shield and wards himself against the attack. It's going to be Robin's turn.
Oh my! Hang on. Would you consider the space spider number 3 in melee with? No, it doesn't matter if he's fighting back. I was going to do some cool parkour off the turtle, but I'm going to go help Xenophon.
All right. Hop off the turtle's back.
Yeah, I was going to totally. Anyway, it would have been awesome. So instead, I'm just going to hit this guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
22 hits.
It's a hit. I'm going to drop the sneak on him. Nice.
Ooh.
23, and then I'm going to follow him up with another dagger attack because I can do that.
Because you can do that. 16 hits.
And tack another 7 on.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, you're coming over there. You've got your dual wielding daggers. The first one like sinks deep, and then the follow up stab, or like guts the underside of it in its unarmored underbelly. Gross phase spider ichor spills out over the cavern floor. All right, these other two. Anything else? No, that's your action, bonus action.
Yeah, action, bonus action, and I can't think of a cool tagline. So
that sucks, man.
We'll go on.
It's all right. It's early in the session.
Yeah, I know it's really I know it's really phased me.
Right.
Okay, with the spider in his mouth, he's going to thrash back and forth, smashing it against the walls, and then clamp down vigorously to, well, maybe not. 10 is probably good. No good.
10 is not gonna hit. So you're thrashing, but it's got 8 legs and kind of and the ability to stick to walls. It's pretty stable on its feet there.
All did.
All right. Let's see who's next. Oliver, you're up.
So what I want to do is I'm going to turn and I want to run up this wall here and kind of like around and drop down and attack the spider from behind with my sweet purple boots.
I'm going to need an acrobatics check. Oh, no, you've got the flippers of spider climbing.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Fuck yeah.
Sorry.
All right. So you run up that wall, Limu Baishit, and drop down behind him.
Not to interrupt his cool flow. Sorry, you go, but I did something wrong. But maybe I missed mine.
Well, go for it, man. What do you got? I'm just going to stab him. Do bard things.
While the target is restrained, the snapping turtle automatically hits with its bite and does not need to roll for attack.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
maybe there's some 14 damage to add to Oliver.
add to Oliver's thing. All right, so 14. Oliver, it is not dead, but it is severely
Yeah,
wounded.
let's rapier that thing. I said rapier that thing. I said rapier.
I heard you. It's an unfortunate homonym. That's all right. 14 hits. 10 misses.
Well, yeah, well, I don't think I get the 10. And then damage. Haha. For 10 more. As I drop down behind him. Fucking hate spiders. And now
you pierce it in its big, gross. I don't know what the back end of a spider's called. Is that its thorax or its abdomen or something? Sure. Its butt. And
it's a webby butt.
And then here we go. Let's see. Yeah, and so you like just pierce it. A bunch of like gross ethereal silks pours out the end, and I don't know. It's pretty disgusting. These things are also huge, and getting rid of them would obviously be a problem. All right. Where are we at here? Xenophon.
Awesome.
Why don't you start pulling your weight, Xenophon? Good grief.
I just saved his ass.
Well, I mean, he could probably just teleport out of here if the shit really started going down.
Jim, just let me have my moment, please.
Stop trying to neg you. Don't make me laugh. I'm still sick.
Hey, buddy.
Excuse me.
Just getting you ready for the real thing. Come on down.
Yeah. All right, here we go. What do we got from him? You know, he's got there's a reason he has an attack cantrip. It's for not wasting spells on pissant shit like this. So he was going to do that.
No, it's spiders, Jim. I made that mistake earlier too.
He misses him. Come on, Xenophon. Get your head in the game. Joego, you're up next.
All right, it's time. Time to squish some bugs. So this time he's just going to go like Planet of the Apes on him with the double overhands. Die, stupid spider, die.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
So.
2 hits.
Consistent.
There we go. All right, so that's 14 damage. Yeah. So Joego mops up the last one, smashing it through. You guys are in these sort of caves with 4 of these things, just like twitching and bleeding their sort of phosphorescent, multicolored ichor all over the stonework here.
Oh my God! Does it glows?
Yeah, it glows.
Oh shit!
Joego is totally wiping it on himself like war paint. He's totally like, "Oh, this is amazing, guys! Look, it glows in the dark."
Yeah, it glows in the dark. It's kind of glittery and psychedelic.
He's definitely going to try and mimic some of the runes he's seen from the mansion. Oh, yeah.
Like drawn and arcane marks.
Joego can do this for you guys, too. It would look really good in Jardon's shell.
All right, so let's see where we're at here. Got Oliver down here.
Like, I understand he's a luminary and everything, but this just feels unnecessary to me.
I don't know. I kind of feel like that phase spiders are one of those monsters where it's like if you think it's an illusionist, you're like, oh, these spiders appear out of nowhere, then you might be able to fool somebody with that shit.
Are you saying you're metagaming, Jim Davis?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, no doubt. Yes. Is it metagaming when the DM does it? And the answer is probably yes, but still, yeah, I did. So here we go. You guys are in these tunnels. Nothing else pops out of nowhere to attack you, but you're still here.
All right. So if I remember correctly, we were looking for the basement, right?
Correct.
So we think the basement is past the caves, so we can turn the seals off to turn off this whole Manse illusion thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. That the illusions powering sort of like the Mirage Arcana and hallucinatory terrain that are preventing you from just like seeing the rooms are beyond just mere magic. They're bound to a rune, to a glyph. And the instructions you were given were that they were past the caves.
So,
all right. Well, let's continue exploring then.
Okay, so from where
are you going to lead?
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out. You said that there's like pretty much like the caves kind of glow, right?
There's this sort of phosphorescent quality to them. Some of the mushrooms are glowing. I mean, it's not like it's obviously not a natural cave system.
Yeah.
But it is very real in terms of like the details. Joego down here. Joego's got dark vision, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Joego can see.
Joego just keeps walking along unless someone tells him not to. Maybe a little singing to himself.
Uh-huh. Whistling Dixie.
Just glowing in the dark.
Off key.
Mm-hmm.
He's really pleased with this new spider tattoos.
So everybody's following the wandering barbarian.
Yes, I feel like we're going a bit in circles here.
It does feel that way, yes.
I thought we were following Jardon a bit. Familiar with the sewers and all that.
Yeah, who's taking point on this one?
I mean, if we're going to metagame, how about the guy with temporary HP who lives in sewers? I'm just saying.
I'm not against that.
If the DM can do it with face spiders, we can send Jardon to the front lines.
Oh, come on now. Come on.
Yep, he's just going to trundle along in his.
I mean, eventually, if
form.
you guys are just wondering about, you will eventually find it. It's more a matter of how long it takes you. All of these sort of dead ends seem like the tunnel extends sort of indefinitely. It's just your DM wasn't going to draw a giant ass cave map.
Okay, so we're just gonna follow along with him, man. Wherever he wants to go, north, south, east, west, whatever. We're gonna follow him.
You see Jardon disappear.
Oh, I will follow Jardon.
Shit.
Not again.
Like, hey guys, over here.
Yeah, Robin, similar, Joego, then Oliver.
By the gods. Yeah, I'll follow along as well.
Wee.
Rapier put away, Gerard out, arrow knocked.
All right, here we go. Jardon is walking around anywhere in this sort of intersection of tunnels that you can see here. Jardon's kind of walking around, and 1 minute you're in a spider web filled, mushroom infested system, and the next you are in a frigidly cold, what looks like to be a tunnel carved out of a glacier. There's a slick, very smooth ice floor underneath you, and the walls are similarly sort of slick and smooth.
He'll turn around and look behind him. Hopefully
Looks
the
like
others are following.
I think Robin was close behind you and on his way.
My map's still loading. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
we're getting some loading stuff going on.
That's no problem. It's kind of a big map.
Wanting to build a snowman?
You know what? This is a testament to Dungeon Painter Studios because it's so fun to make maps in it. I end up making these gigantic, unwieldy maps that are really awesome and look cool, but I'm afraid are maybe a little bit too big for what I need.
Oh yeah, that might be. I just put my token on the map here. Realized how freaking big this was.
Excuse me. All right. Yeah, so you guys are kind of in here. It is definitely cold and feels very much like you have entered from the sort of humid cave system into a frigid glacial tunnel.
Do we think that this is like an illusion of cold, like the lava was?
Much like the lava, it is an illusion. You're probably safe that it's an illusion of cold, but it's also so real and so convincing that you can tell yourself it's an illusion, but you feel cold.
So Xenophon, you can't dispel this, can you?
Xenophon looks around and he's like, I'm afraid that it would take disjunction or something to fully dispel this.
I'm a southern boy. Not used to this.
Didn't Oliver make flaming bell before? That would probably make it warmer.
That's true.
It's true.
Yeah,
I probably could do that.
I'll go get the bell.
Get the bell.
The giant bell. I mean, okay. Yeah, I don't think Major Image is gonna do much. Wow, we all got massive. I have no idea what just happened.
Oh, I don't know what happened either.
That's what she said.
Shh. No, that's not it. What happened there? Everybody suddenly becomes giant-sized.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sweet.
All right.
Okay, hold control and scroll.
Did
Everybody's tokens get all weird.
It's cool. It's fixed.
All right.
Jardon will look back to the others and I guess trundle forward. He's got 20-foot speed, so it's very easy to keep up with him. You can ride on him if you want. But assuming like, hey, we're gonna just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Now we want you to be a buffer, Jardon, a buffer.
So kind of, I've got Jardon down here. He's wandering around the ice caves. I've got Joego sort of up, sort of further up. Is everybody where they want their people to be?
I assume we're closer than this. Are we that far apart?
You might want to just move your token to where you want to be there.
Dave, are you going to be like right up behind Jardon?
I am going to follow right behind Jardon.
All right. And Robin, do you want the caboose, buddy?
Yeah, I'll take it up the rear. Wait, I mean, what?
Whoa, wait.
It's a family show, folks.
Yeah, I don't want him behind me.
I have no idea what's going on. We're getting all kinds
What
of
just happened? Yeah,
of
I'm not sure what's
resizing
happening
issues.
either. All right. Everybody get their guys back in order. So as you guys are walking around these tunnels, I need Robin to make me a perception check.
Perception, you say? Will do.
Yes, sir.
It'll be 16.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all. So Robin is wandering around. You've got you're keeping an eye out, and you see a shadow along this this corridor that you're passing, sort of like coming kind of from behind you, kind of to the side, and it seems as though it's like a large, possibly spherical shadow cast along the glacier wall.
From behind me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just kind of give a quiet. I'm going to try to hide against the wall right here, and just kind of give a quick at Oliver, and just try to get his attention.
And I'll kind of like look over and try to kind of like give a quick snap.
And I'll just give him the eyes and be like, point,
Okay.
Try to bring his attention to what's creeping up behind us.
Were we successful in getting Joego and Jardon's attention?
I don't know. I mean, are you trying to get everybody's attention or just
Yeah,
Oliver's?
I mean, well, he's getting my attention, and I'm trying to like give a quick little 2 snaps down or something like that.
Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah. It doesn't. You guys aren't too spread out. Yeah, you got everybody's attention.
I'll take a wide stance and try to peek around.
Trying to peek around. Yeah, you see something. It looks like a shadow along the glacier wall. It kind of bobs at an odd gait, like if it was walking. It just sort of seems weird.
Do I think it is any type of a ghost or anything that Joego might perceive as a ghost?
It doesn't seem like a ghost. No.
Okay.
No. Let's see. And so, let's see. We've got Joego and Jardon. You guys have just been alerted to the presence of something by Oliver when Robin, you've sort of pressed yourself up against the wall, and that's when you see something around the corner. Just a second. Ah, there it is.
God.
Oh my god!
So it sort of like bobs into view, and it's sort of like lazily floating, and you can see these sort of the eye stalks of it scanning the walls. It's centralized, kind of downcast at the floor. It does not appear to have seen Robin, or at least noticed yet, but otherwise it has seen Oliver, because Oliver's just kind of out there in the open. So we've already got initiative. It's going to be well, sorry.
Fuck this Jim
It's
Davis.
the same
my
initiative as last
God.
time we were re-roll it. Actually, Robin's going to go first.
Oh, joy. So it's around the corner there?
Correct. You can see it, like I said, bob into view.
Okay. Well, if it doesn't look like it has seen me yet,
Correct.
I'm not going to move.
Okay.
That was my instinct. That's totally my
I'm just
instinct.
gonna sit there with my daggers and just be like, oh god, okay. And I mean, if it moves past me, I'll ready an action to stab it in the back.
Okay. That's what your action is. If it moves past you, you're readying an action to stab it.
Well, yeah, I'm readying an action that if it moves past me, I'm gonna try to stab it.
Gotcha.
But otherwise, I'm going to try to stand still and not piss myself.
Gotcha. All right. Who's next? Xenophon is technically next, although he's not on the board. Xenophon's really having trouble keeping up together. He's kind of here in the middle, hasn't seen the threat yet. Like, what's going on? What do you see? He's smarter than that. He'd keep quiet and he's readying a spell.
Can't take it back, Jim Davis. Can't take it back.
Oh, come on, guys! I think I can take it back. All right, here we go. Let's see. Jogo's going to be up next.
All right, so Joego sees this basically sphere with eyes and stalks.
He can see the shadow of something like that on the glacial wall.
There you go, punch that.
Currently,
So-
only Robin and Oliver are in a position to actually see it.
Okay, so the floor is ice.
Correct.
So Joego wants to skate up towards it and get a better view.
Make me an athletics check for that.
All right.
That's a good call. I say if you can make your athletics check, you can add 10 feet to your move. But if you fail, you fall prone.
That was a good roll, but it landed just outside the box.
Ooh.
Hey.
That was a better roll.
24. 24 is going to be great. Yeah. So you start skating almost gracefully. Until
Lady hump, lady hump.
It doesn't matter. You're still going to get a shitty score from the Russian judges.
All right, so let's see. Here we go. So Joego skates into view of the thing, and then what happens?
So I see this like spherical creature with many eyes and stalks.
Correct.
Are you a nice eyeball monster?
It doesn't look like it. Half its face is a mouth, and that's all it is a face. And the other half is this downcast, giant, bloodshot eye.
You talk?
It's sort of like it gibbers something at you with its tooth-filled maw. Something like that.
The holder speech I've ever heard.
I don't know. Nobody here speaks aberrant or whatever the hell.
Deep speech.
Deep speech.
Deep speech.
Yeah.
Screw that.
All right. Well, you know what?
Sounds like a Klingon on Ludes.
Yeah.
I think Joego did his part and tried to be nice, so he's just going to rage and attack this thing.
Okay.
It doesn't look like anything he's seen before.
One of the machines on the desk that I'm at just suddenly turned on. I think my prayers to the machine was too effective.
Dude, you better watch out for that shit. You better get a purity seal on that shit quick.
It's just gonna print out papers of all work and no play makes Jim a
Right.
dull boy.
Jeez. Yeah, that's the truth.
So
All right,
Joego
you're gonna
runs
just,
up,
like, punch it.
punches it for 7, and then now Joego play ball, and Joego is going to try and grab those eye stalks.
Uh-huh.
And let's see, Joego gets a 25 on his athletics check.
Nice. All right, here we go. So you're kind of up next to it there. You've grabbed a hold of two of its eye stalks. You've punched it. It's like, I don't know what it'd be like. I guess it's kind of like punching a floating beach ball or something. It sort of like moves briefly and then snaps right back at you. You've got its eye stalks, which are like snakes or something. They're just like thick and sinewy. And of course, they're now all trained right on Joego.
Well, Jogo's thinking back to when he was a kid, and he remembers seeing, one of the rich aristocrat kids playing with it was like a paddle with some kind of string and a ball. And it was a game that he always wanted to play, but they would never share and let him play with their toys. So he's going to reenact that. So he's going to grab two of the eye stalks and try and bounce the ball off of the wall and hold on to the stalks.
You're perfectly able to do that.
Joego play ball. So that is a 24 to try and hit the wall with a ball holder.
Yes, that will. You can slam them up against one of the walls with that.
Normal damage, or there's something different for hitting a wall?
Normal damage. Your footing on this floor is very uncertain. 3 damage. All right. There we go. Of course, once the barbarian gets a hold of you, it's difficult to recover from that. Do anything else, Joego?
He might start singing a little bit.
Yep.
Mr. Ball, against the wall, Mr. Ball.
Just having a lovely time. All right, so it turns its downcast central eye up towards Joego, and I need Joego to make me a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Son of a bitch! Someone has Volo's guide. I think you said Wisdom.
Yeah.
15.
Hey, there we go. All right, yeah, you can feel like you start to get like sluggish, and you feel your muscles and joints tighten up very briefly before you fight it off, and your rage-fueled rage.
Slow Joego down. Joego stretch before coming in here.
We got to tweet that out right now. Rage fueled rage. Let's do it.
Rage-fueled rage. Let's see. Here we go. So what else do we have? It starts training its eyes. 2 of them seem to train themselves on Joego, and another one looks like it's coming after. Excuse me. Looks like it's coming after Oliver.
So all fun and games until the barbarian gets charmed.
Dodge.
This first one, that's a very powerful reaction dodge that Oliver has. I think I'm gonna need to see your character sheet to audit it. I need Joego to make me a DC 14 strength saving throw. This is a gamble on the beholder's part, but we'll see if it works.
That is a 21.
Yeah, you're fine. You can feel it trying to like telekinetically push you away from it, but it was a futile attempt. But we want to try to do it anyway. The second one instead.
Joego feel like we growing apart, ball guy. Joego, hold on tight.
The second one, I need Oliver to make me a DC 14 dexterity saving throw.
I might be able to do that.
As a brilliant blue energy ray shoots out of one of its eyeballs.
Oh, yes.
Good grief. Nothing seems to happen.
That's right, baby. Where are those 4s at tonight?
Right.
I got so boned last week.
There.
I just feel so good for the moment.
And then I need Joego to make me a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. I'm going to say because you're grappling it and right on top of it, you have disadvantage on this save.
Okay. All right. This one's for all the marbles, boys and girls. Oh, that's a 10.
Womp, 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 womp.
Oh, Joego takes 29 fire damage as the blazing jet of fire shoots out of one of this thing's eyeballs.
All right.
Hits Joego full on.
No worries. We still take half.
Yeah. All right. Oliver's turn.
Oh, good. Joego not so cold no more. This guy is good.
What the fuck is that? And I'm going to. You're doing great, Joego. I'm going to inspire Joego.
Okay.
For with the bonus action. And then I am going, because I mean, saves.
Now you freaking inspire me after I make the saving throw.
Dude, bro.
By the way,
Okay, he whistled one time. I was like, I tell Jim Davis, I move over, and then that was it. It was over. It was done.
Yeah.
By the way, in the chat they pointed out barbarians have danger sense. Wouldn't that offset the disadvantage that you gave him?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm not the barbarian player, so
That is a fair point.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I took half damage from it.
I think I'm going.
We'll remember it next time.
I think I'm going to. God, I don't think it's going to do much. I don't think that's. Yeah, okay, it's not going to do much. So I'm just going to fire off a couple of arrows. I'm going to inspire Joego, and I'm going to fire off a couple arrows at him. So, that's damage. First attack, 15. Second attack, 24.
Your first attack barely misses it, skipping across its armored surface. Second attack hits.
Yeah, so I hit him for 18 piercing. And I'm going to close the gap on him and draw my rapier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I get? I'm going to try to get there.
Moving in combat, I either need an acrobatics or an athletics check. Your slippers of spider climbing, I don't believe work on icy surfaces.
Okay, I can do that. No problem.
Otherwise, if you fail, it's half move. Unless you want to boost your speed, then it's prone.
I'll move half speed, apparently.
Gotcha.
All right, that's it for me.
Okay, and it's going to be Jardon's turn.
All right. Hearing this commotion, he's going to, still in his turtle form, turn around, and his dexterity is a 6. So I kind of envision his movement happening sort of like this, where this kind of clangs from wall to wall in an attempt to, so he's going to double move.
Someone should have created at the beholder.
So he can run this way, and then I think get in the general direction.
Yeah, I'd say like the fact that you're a turtle, you more just kind of like briefly push and then slide around on the icy surface.
That's how I envision it. Yes.
Yeah, that works.
Because he has the withdraw ability, so he'll withdraw and then bounce, just slide forward on his shell and attempt to carry him towards the party.
Should have totally swept in front of him. This is where we went wrong.
So Xenophon barely gets out of the way of that one. It's like, holy shit. Still back in the back, wondering what's going on. All right, here we go. So that was a double move from Jardon. Top of the initiative is going to be Robin's turn.
Oakley dokley. So I am going to, since everybody has engaged, I'm going to do go ahead and roll my acrobatics, because what I'm going to try to do is get on the other side of all this funness.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to try to run and maybe like baseball slide between Jogo's legs under the beholder and pop up on the other side behind him.
Sure. That's going to be the same as the others, DC 13, either acrobatics or athletics to bust out one of those moves.
There you go. So that'll get me over here. And I will attack. There it is! Yeah!
There's that 4, that juicy 4.
Oh my gosh.
That one's for the fans.
Yep.
And with my offhand.
So angry. He's so
That's
angry
why you
about
carry an offhand.
That's why you... Yeah. There it is. Take that.
Get him.
16. There we go. All right. Where are we at there? 16 damage to it. You managed to... your first one, like I said, just misjudged, miscalculated, and hits there. But the second one, now that you know where it is, lands true. And you hit it in some sort of alien organ that fuels its abomination of biology and art magic and whatever the hell else this thing is made of.
So you're saying I stabbed it in the ass?
Well, it's a beholder, so it shits out of its mouth.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot.
It's you stab it in something in the back.
Andrew, this gif is just killing me, man.
Stab it in its gas bag.
Right. Here we go. Okay. Xenophon's going to get in the fight here.
Now this loser gets to go.
Yeah. Listen, he's an abjurer. There's only so much an abjurer can do. And you guys are all clumped up there. He's not going to use any of his AoE spells. That'd be just foolish. Let's see. You know what? He's like, you guys got this covered. I'm not going to do anything.
I'm going out for chili.
Yeah. He's like, you guys. He's not really here for the fight. He's here to help you guys disable illusions and shit. Although he probably he's going to do the same thing he always does. He's going to dispel. So this thing that's in front of you, it's gigantic, right? It's easily like 10 feet across. It could swallow Joego probably whole, maybe in 2 bites. And you see Xenophon, make a hand gesture, and sort of like this white, coarse, sort of like white runic magic shoots out of his hands, and the thing sort of like shrinks in size. And the number of eye stalks that it has sort of disappears down from like 10 to 6. And it's a much more manageable, smaller type of abomination that you're facing now. Get him on board. Not near. It's sort of small, kind of tiny and bitty, and has several grievous wounds on it that you can see. Still a floating eyeball with other eyeballs coming off of it, though. So that was Xenophon's turn. Is going to be Joego.
Sismo.
So this thing just kind of shrunk before our eyes.
Basically, yeah.
It is cold in here.
It is.
God
Oh, that was horrible. Joego is just going to keep trying to beat it against the wall.
Okay.
I was in the pool.
I was in the pool.
That's a
Seinfeld
12
reference.
Solid
Solid
12
Seinfeld
still,
reference.
12 still going to miss. It's a good Seinfeld reference.
Oh, Joego's out of good rolls.
Oh, man. Something about this whole illusory thing is throwing Joego off.
It was so easy, so much easier when he thought it was bigger.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he feels bad.
That's what she said.
Yeah, he kind of wants to put his arm around it and comfort it.
All right, so 2 misses. Anything else you're going to follow up with?
You know what? I attack with my fist. Can I make an offhand attack?
Yes.
Bonus
Yeah.
action, yeah.
No bonus action. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I mean for a bonus action. Yeah. So, so I failed miserably trying to slam it against the wall, but I just I double knee it Muay Thai style.
So you wouldn't get your strength bonus for that offhand one, but you would get your rage bonus.
Okay, so just -4 from that number there, so it'd be a. Oh wait a minute, it should be 2 and 1, so 3.
Basic math.
Basic.
Always a hang up.
That's why we
Alright.
play in Fantasy Grounds, man.
Absolutely.
So we don't have to math the math.
You just don't have to do it.
Brought to you by
Yeah, so
Fantasy
you
Grounds.
you bring your knee up and smack this thing on the other side of its jaw, and it seems to kind of blink for a second. It's like, oh, didn't know that could happen. It is its turn, and let's see what we got here. Here we go. What do we got? It is going to. It continues to open up its main eyeball, and I need everyone but Robin to make me a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Yeah, no problem. Wisdom. Joego, you still got my inspiration, brother.
Oh yeah. I might need that.
Oh, come on! I have no modifier.
All right. So Oliver is stunned until the start of your of the beholder's next turn. So Oliver is you can feel your muscles tighten up, and you just are fighting off some kind of magical force that's preventing you from acting.
I did not realize Joego was wiser than Oliver.
Joego is rocking these saving throws here. Let's see.
Joego is a pillar of wisdom.
Yeah, Xenophon's all right as well. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Just a minute as we figure out what kind of raise you guys are going to have to deal with here. I always like the beholders, but I wish they could use all their raise at once. And I would do that.
Like a disco ball.
Yeah, it feels
So
cheap
just let
to
'em.
do it mid fight. It feels cheap to do it mid-fight. I need Robin to make me a DC 14 Constitution save. Mm-hmm. Joego to make me another reflex save. Dexterity save. Jeez.
Failed.
Okay. Robin is paralyzed. For 1 minute, you can repeat the save at the end of your turns.
God
Got dirty 20.
I feel like I know that smell.
Yeah.
That effect.
All right. Let's see. 16 fire damage to Joego, which you passed. So that's 8 minus whatever your resistance brings you.
So I'm going to take 4 points.
Nice.
Oh, Joego feel
Second one
toasty.
was whatever. And then the third one is going to be aimed at this giant snapping turtle, which is Jardon. It's a DC 14 Constitution save.
I got a 7.
Nice. So you're going to take the full effect as a greenish ray shoots out. It's going to be 11 necrotic damage.
You should jump in its mouth and then just wild shape into an elephant.
I could eat it too. Inside or outside? We could try it.
All right, Oliver, you're up.
I'm not up. I'm stunned.
You're correct. Thank you for reminding me. Jardon.
Jardon will continue his momentum and I guess go underneath Joego or run him over. I think that's more entertaining, but we
Like
could share
bank up on the
square.
side of the thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And
This thing's a floating ball and not nearly as big as it originally seemed. So there's
Okay.
plenty of room.
we'll hopefully burst out of his shell and snap his jaws down.
You're telling me you're coming out of your shell?
I'm coming out of my shell to flail around at tentacles. A 10 total. My rolls have not been fantastic.
Oof. Yeah, 10 is going to miss this guy.
But you will see some of his wounds, his shells mending the necrotic damage, and I will moon healing to heal back 16.
Nice. All right, Robin, it's the end of your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll now.
Yeah, DC 14 con.
Well done, sir.
Thank you. By the way, the Coming Out of Our Shell tour was my first concert I ever went to. It was amazing. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
At the Oil Palace?
Hell fucking yeah.
Oh my god.
It was epic. Coming out of my shell. Yeah, so I bust out of it and like, "Rah!" And it's the next person's turn.
All right, you fight off the paralysis. Let's see. Xenophon goes. He's not a combat mage. He's like, I dispelled this thing for you guys, let you guys know it wasn't nearly as bad as it could be, and he's just like waiting for you guys to kill it. Joego.
He's gonna grab some cocoa now.
He's, I mean, you know, yeah. The impression you get from Xenophon is he's a competent wizard, but he's never really been in a fight.
Let's see. What is that? What is that? Is that a die 8, Cody?
D8.
Yeah, I don't think I want to try with that. I don't think it's
9
close
on
enough.
D8 now.
Oh man, 11. I'll try with 11.
Yeah. 6 and 11 is going to hit.
How about that?
There we
17's gonna
go.
hit.
Oh, Joego feel much stronger after the good talk from Oliver. So that'll be 10 points of damage, and then I will use my bonus action to kick out at it again.
All right.
Oh, that is what we call it.
Ooh, yes.
Oh shit!
Oh,
All right. So that is going to be 7 points of damage.
nice. So you know what they say, the criticals are always wasted, but Joego like misses with his first attack with the inspiration from Oliver, hits him with the second one, and you're just continuing to knee its underjaw, like uppercut into it.
Yeah, he's just totally going, on him.
So you bring your knee up for the second one and like pop it right in its jaw, and you can see its like teeth shove up into its eyeball, and it comes crashing to the icy floor. There we go. It's 11 damage, and it's just kind of laying there on the ice.
Joego will just keep slamming it against the wall.
Jim, I would like to walk up and
Sure.
cut some of its eye jelly out and rub it on my face.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't disappear. It doesn't, it doesn't seem to be illusory.
Am
It's just
I
bleeding out on the floor?
am I prettier?
Good. Yes, only in the eye of the beholder.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. No, all right, fine.
Oh man, man.
I was trying to pull a Pruitt there, guys.
Yeah.
It was
That's
so
okay.
bad. It was
It's
just,
all right.
it was horrible.
It's
Wow.
okay.
Wow. That's coming from me, Cody. Wow.
You call the spiders ants, bro.
Oh no, I know I did. I owned up to that.
Yeah, I know.
No, but you are able to harvest some of its guts and eye gunk, if that's what you're really after.
No, Oliver would clearly not touch this thing.
Gotcha. All right. So, what's the icy halls of the glacial tunnels fall silent as you finish up this abomination from another place, and what's y'all's next move?
Well, we've defeated this. Hopefully, this lair's only foe. So, walk down a hall until one of us disappears.
Sounds as good of a plan as any.
Mm-hmm.
Having
All
learned
go down different hallways.
Joego really tired of this place. Make
That
it.
does not sound like a great plan.
So
Oh.
I'm gonna
Stick with the turtle.
cut to the chase. You guys are walking through these tunnels. I'm gonna just kind of move you guys to where you're eventually gonna end up. It takes some time as
Holy
you
cow.
are walking around. Yeah, I told you it's pretty big.
Dude.
I got carried away with this one for real.
Yeah.
I was just like, holy shit. I was having a great time and all that other stuff.
It can just keep going.
It just keeps going. You can make these maps as big as you want them. For real.
Never. Mistakes were made, folks.
It's actually awesome.
Until you eventually start, eventually what happens is you're wandering around the hallways. You can sort of they're a little disorienting just because the light plays weirdly off the ice. Eventually start seeing a purple glow reflected off the icy walls. Following that gets you to this place. There is a powerful glyph on the floor of this ice cavern, so powerful that the illusion magic can't mask it. And you are sort of staring at it. Xenophon lets out a low whistle, just like, whew. Turns to Jardon and Oliver and says, if either of you is capable of dispelling magic or undoing the effects of magic, I will need your assistance. Otherwise, this may take some time.
I might be able to aid Jardon, but I think it's best left for him.
Yeah. One of the things that I like about Jardon is he's not just a druid. He's a druid that's grew up in the sewers of a magical city. So I imagine he knows his way around magic as well as the natural world.
I'll inspire you, Andrew. A bit of inspiration.
Yeah. So the two of you get to work following Xenophon's lead. He sort of walks you through basically what he's trying to do. We're trying to undo the glyph without causing the magic to explode around us or set off whatever kind of arcane traps might be laid on it. This is his kind of magic. And so he walks you through the process. You're able to keep up with it, understanding the arcane principles behind it. And basically, on the count of 3, channel your dispel magic into the glyph and sustain it, and then that should do the trick. There we go.
Robin is going to back away a little bit.
Oh, what's that? There we go.
It disappeared.
Oh, you shrink down. So working in coordination, Jardon and Xenophon channeled their dispel magics into it. This thing is powerful and seemingly warded against just the casual dispel. But the two of them working in concert overcome the glyph's defenses, and you find yourself very kind of suddenly and without much ceremony in the middle of kind of a dusty, sort of musty basement. There's a lot of boxes that are smashed up. A lot of like sacks of dry goods and just sort of like household items that are sort of lying in a corner. Looking around the room, you can see that many of the supplies and sort of shelves that the supplies were on have been smashed and fallen over, knocked over onto the floor. I don't actually have a map of this. I was too busy carried away drawing all these illusory terrains you guys were going to have to fight in. And so you sort of like find yourself there, the five of you surrounding a quickly fading glyph set into the floor. There's sort of a copper inlay that served as the physical anchor for the glyph, but casual detect magic reveals that it's depowered.
I'm sorry, what was that very last part, Jim?
I was saying there's a copper inlay into the floor that served as the physical anchor of the glyph, but Xenophon's sort of casual dispel magic confirms that the magic is quickly fading and the illusions should disappear. So, like I said, you find yourself in this it's kind of an open basement supported by pillars, and you can see at the far end of it a set of stairs leading up, and 4 spider corpses and the corpse of a tiny beholder as well sitting in here.
Well done, Jardon. Well done.
Yes. Hey, Jardon, do you know anything about getting poison sacks off of spiders?
Which sex would you be interested in?
The ones with the poison in them?
Yes, I know much about the ways of, yes. Let me see. That one is the sack you should collect.
I think that's the eye.
That you, yes.
I mean, if looks could kill, I'd want that. But, you know. See, Cody, that's how you do it.
Oh, I mean, that's kind of.
I believe you have challenged me and my integrity as a person, sir.
Yeah, that sounds like a gauntlet thrown.
Gauntlet has been thrown.
Yeah.
Let me just say, I can keep it on ice.
Ooh.
Did I do right?
It's fucking game.
Oh, good.
Well.
Yes, Jardon, it was an excellent pun.
I will keep it and help you sort it later.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Might come in useful later down the road.
So Jardon and Robin are harvesting some of the parts from the spider. How about Joego and Oliver?
Joego is kind of looking around, kind of bored now, looking, Hey, actually what Joego wants to do, Joego wants to go find his glasses. Doesn't quite feel right without them. If, everything is kind of back to normal now.
Yeah. So Joego sort of retraces what he thinks are the steps.
Yeah, he goes back to the courtyard.
Yeah, he goes up the steps out of the basement. It enters into what looks like a dining hall area or a kitchen or something that is just absolutely wrecked. There's scorch marks all over the wall. The tables are all smashed up and bent. Just everything is trashed.
Now, Joego got excited for a minute.
Smashed off its hinges, leading outside.
I have my action for the next few hours. He will be casting Mending methodically on each and everything.
Okay.
Unless you need him for something arcane, this is not right.
Gotcha. Yeah, the door to the kitchen that leads from the courtyard is smashed off its hinges. And if Joego goes out in the courtyard, you can see that all of the flowers and the little water feature that was there have been trashed. Something giant and big came through this way and was smashing a bunch of things that weren't really there.
Joego kind of sad. This place was so nice before, so beautiful. I don't know what happened.
You can go ahead and make me a perception check to see how long it takes you to find your glasses.
Alrighty then. We can absolutely do the perception thing. Let's see. Don't
If
fail
you
me now,
can't do it,
guys.
I'll help you
Oh
out.
yeah, locate object would get it. I mean, but
yes.
Joego knows.
Jardon,
off the bat.
I see you putting everything back together. I don't want to put a damper on what you're doing. It's obviously worth it. It's a beautiful manse. Truly it is. When it belonged to Athol, who we all presume to be dead and replaced by a demon who might be, tramping about. Perhaps, we're just going to do this casually, yes? I guess? I'm going to kind of look back over it at everybody else.
Who all's still in the basement? Because right now I have Joego out in the courtyard, Jardon maybe in the kitchen mending stuff, and then some people are still in the basement.
No, I'm going to go ahead and start moving out and investigating, looking for anything, signs of... I was going to say signs of a struggle, maybe Athol being killed by a demon, but probably wouldn't be able to find anything now.
At least in the room shall pass through.
Yeah. But I would want to start looking around for, what we're here to find.
Can we ascertain any information from Zen about being in this manse? Obviously, the whole time he was like, "I can't help you. I don't know anything about the illusions," and now the illusions are gone. So can he be useful?
Yeah. He's like, "Oh yeah, this is where this is, and where that is." So you guys are sort of like canvassing the house, just looking. Are anybody sticking together? Are y'all splitting up?
Well, I don't want to make a lot of noise now that it's been settled down. I mean, I don't know. Do you think? I mean, does it sleep?
Does what sleep?
The demon.
Oh, no. Those of you who've been reading up on it, no, the demon doesn't sleep. There's some sages who think that's why they're so evil.
All they need is a nap.
Mama says crocodiles is ornery. All them teeth.
Robin, you're investigating a room, looking for clues, when you notice a brief flash of movement out of the corner of your eye.
Huh? What? And I'll
behind something behind like a pillar or a large bookcase.
Okay, I'll bring my daggers to my hands and stand. Where am I at exactly?
Well, what room would you be in when you're off investigating for stuff?
I would start heading towards his like study or like library.
Okay. Then it's behind a bookcase.
Okay. How far away is the next party member to me?
Like the next room over.
Next room over? Okay.
Sure.
Joego would be in the kitchen if he's recovered his spectacles.
Yeah, so the manse is roughly laid out, a large central courtyard with a bunch of rooms directly off of it.
Uh-huh.
So it's basically like if you're in one of those rooms that's on the central courtyard, it's like you just pop your head out and then the next room over, there's somebody there. Some of the rooms are connected themselves, and of course there's a second story to this place.
Yeah.
But you're it's designed to be very accessible.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to quietly move towards that bookcase, preparing my bag of flour.
As you move towards it, you see Athol step out from behind the bookcase. He got his hands up. He's like, don't hurt me. I'm not here to fight.
What are you here? Wait, what are you here for? And I'm going to start backing towards the door, like kind of scared a little bit. And be like, what are you here for, Athol? And just kind of say that out loud over my shoulder towards the door.
All right, everybody else can make me a perception check.
Please, sir.
10.
10? Oh, God, please make this.
I mean, unless you guys are like on the second story or something, you'd have disadvantage.
Are you kidding me?
But
Oliver and Xenophon are off doing something else. He's like, show me around the house, and you guys are on a different place.
The one time I needed a 4. It's ridiculous.
Xenophon didn't hear either. He's just like, oh, I don't know. I mean, eventually you'll be able to hear. Athol's just sitting there. He's got his hands up in the air, and he's like, listen, I'm not here to cause trouble. I figured it'd be best if I showed myself before you found me.
So, what? You just been hiding here? What do you just? When's the last time you left your manse?
He looks uncomfortable. Give me another perception check.
Okay. Oh yeah.
There you go.
You notice some odd things about him. It doesn't. There's just something off about him. Now that you're looking at him, like you catch him not breathing, and then like there's like a sharp intake of breath, and he just kind of like he's not moving towards you, but he's definitely walking away from the bookcase, kind of like in the middle of the room. It's Robin, right? Am I correct?
Maybe, maybe not.
By now, everybody that passed their perception checks can make it into the room.
How many people
You
want
see-
him to just bust into Vandermoose like right now?
Joe comes strolling in with a big ass sandwich.
Oh, it smells Robin.
Robin, who is this rogue and vagabond?
Right.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be standing there holding a bag of flour and a dagger, ready to throw both.
Uh-huh.
So, how does he look?
He looks well dressed. No obvious wounds. Doesn't look very unhealthy. There is something a little off about him, and he's just kind of standing in the room, got hands clearly visible. It's like I'm not here to hurt you. I'm. He seems at a loss for words for a second, but as he sees the rest of you come into the room, and eventually Robin or Oliver and Xenophon will hear the conversation and can join in. I am Athol's, how would you put it? I'm his double, his simulacrum, if you will. I hope that puts you at ease, maybe?
Yeah.
What?
I'm his...
Robin, are we going to kill this guy?
Well, no.
You
He's
got to
saying.
stuff him in the.
Well, yeah, we will do that. That's gonna happen. Don't you worry, Joego. But I think he's saying that he's a magic copy of Athol.
Yes, a magic copy is a good way to put it.
But I thought
illusory
Athol
double.
was the magic copy of the demon.
No. The demon is pretending to be Athol.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he changed himself to look like Athol. So
Maybe.
technically, the demon might say, if he were here at this moment, that he was just a copy of Athol.
And that's
And
very
I'll
true.
just look.
That's very true. That's very fair. I'm not.
Jogo got a plan. We can test him.
Just don't move. Don't move. And I'm just pointing at the.
He's like perfectly still.
Oh, no. You need to move. You need to do the lightning glide. Then we know. Jogo never forget a dance.
He's like, Joego, I don't know the lightning glide. I'm afraid.
Athol must dance. Jogo's visibly getting a little angry.
Yeah, I'm not. Athol didn't know many dances. He knows some. They require a partner, all waltzes, tangos, and the like.
Robin,
No lightning slides.
Robin,
Yeah. What's up, Joego?
Jogo think Athol trying to trick us.
Well, Athol, Athol's copy. You better give him something because you wouldn't like Joego when he's angry. And
I know everything, and I want to help, but I'm very afraid for my life.
What do you
my
know?
existence.
What do you know, fake Athol?
I was there when the demon killed the real Athol and assumed his identity. I was there when he brought it home. Athol brought the demon back, and I know everything, and I want to help, but you must understand my existence is precarious, and I can't. I don't want to put myself at undue risk.
Right. Yeah, because the demon finding out that you saw all that. How did the demon not take care of you? Did he not know you were around? Were you hiding at that moment?
I was hiding when it happened. I don't know why the demon spared me, or if it had plans for me, or if it assumed that I would disappear after Athol died. I don't know why. I've been. He kind of like looks around the room and is visibly not suspicious, but on edge, wary. I've been in hiding ever since.
Joego walks up, sandwich in hand, and begins sniffing at him.
He doesn't have a smell.
Oh my.
Robin, he's really weird. He doesn't smell like anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna move closer to him and
Everybody
investigate.
else can jump in here as well.
So are we there now at this point?
Yeah.
Oliver, Jardon, come help us sniff Athol. It is no smell.
Athol, you say? Athol, the demon?
No, he claims to be a simulacrum, whatever. Yeah,
I don't know what a simulacrum is.
Yes.
He's a smiley crumb, not actually Athol.
Honestly, I don't even know if that's right.
We're casting smellolacrum on the simulacrum.
Yeah.
He claims that he knows everything.
Yeah.
Everything?
Yes, I was there.
Great, where's the demon?
As far as I know, it left.
Yes, you know everything, but not where the demon is. And how do we know that you're not a demon? Besides this sniff test that you're receiving at the moment?
Well, I would assume if I was the demon that I would have attacked Robin while he was alone, or possessed him in some way, assumed his own identity, and used that to betray you and pick you off one by one.
Yes, well, I guess you
And how do we know you didn't already do that?
You don't.
Sorry.
Jardon, I'm... Zen? Any bright ideas?
I mean...
Andrew, you got the mute on, brother.
Xenophon begins, he already had, I think, a detect magic going, and just like, yeah, he's radiating powerful illusion magic. If it is a simulacrum, that would indicate, he's telling the truth, or at the very least that there's some truth to what he has to say.
But would a shape-shifted demon not? Is that not an illusion, or was that a different school of magic?
That entirely depends. I haven't had a chance to inspect the demon.
We can hear you now, brother.
Okay. He's just going to stare him and really try and get a sense when he's talking if he is finding the truth or not.
Okay.
That was an insight of 24.
24. It appears to be telling the truth. Sitting there listening to it talk, it's if it is the kind of being that it says it is, then its existence is pretty precarious. If it ceases to exist, it ceases to exist. There's no coming back from it. So it seems to be telling the truth about hiding.
So, Zin, tell us about this circle crumb.
Smiley crumb.
The smiley crumb. Yes, as Joego put it. Tell us about this smiley crumb.
I can explain. Are you asking me? No.
No, whomever is perfectly acceptable. I just would like to know how one obtains a double.
Yes. I'm going to go off of my natural 1 roll of Arcana to explain this, if you would like to be so entertained. Yeah.
Sure.
So, making copy of oneself, one must collect pieces of oneself, And when you collect enough pieces of oneself, which one leaves behind in certain ways, you gather this and you stack it higher and higher. And then you imbue it with arcane life. And because it is of you, it becomes you, but because it is only leavings of you.
Xenophon interrupts Jardon's explanation here. Jardon has the general idea of it. As I understand the technique, It involves a considerable amount of snow and ice that you fashion into a receptacle for.
That sounds much more pleasant, to be
consciousness.
candid with you. So, what, why would the demon think that you would simply disappear upon Athol's demise, I believe I heard you say?
The simulacrum response. That's my suspicion, or that is what I thought. The truth of the matter is, I was not present for much of the time after Athol brought the demon in. At the time that he was killed, I was spying on Athol, and that's when I witnessed it. I think probably deep down the demon didn't consider me a threat, and so
Maybe the demon didn't know about fake Athol.
that's very unlikely, but I suppose it's possible.
Have you seen the demon since Athol's demise?
No, I have not. It has not returned to the Manse since it left that evening.
Not one time.
Correct.
Question. Why were you spying on Athol?
He brought this thing into our home, and it was. I understood why. He said it was for safekeeping, and that eventually they would find a way to banish it. But
Wait a minute. Go back to
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Who exactly, and be very clear with me, is they?
The Isadora and Uther and the other luminaries. There was if I recall, there was a falling out with Zelachai, and in the aftermath of that, Athol was selected to take care of and act as a caretaker for the demon's prison.
By whom?
The group as a whole. Uther refused to have it in his manse, as well as Isadora, and Crotus's magic doesn't lend itself well to keeping things safe. And he's gone so often on campaign. Athol was selected, and he bore the responsibility admirably, but I'm afraid that it still got to him.
He was chosen by the luminaries, right? All of them. That all makes sense to me, of course. But all of the luminaries were involved in him being chosen to be a caretaker for the demon. See, that's interesting. That's new information to me. It's not what I was under the impression of. So forgive me for my line of questioning. I of course believe you. You have a lot to lose here, of course. I didn't know that all of the luminaries had chosen for Athol to be a caretaker for the demon. And again, you're telling me that all of the luminaries chose Athol to be a caretaker for this demon.
Other than Zelachai. Zelachai was not present. They all summoned it. And all five of them. And,
with Zelachai? Or
originally, yes. And I mean, in an out-of-game sense, this is all tracking loosely with what you read in Zelachai's journal. Zelachai suspected that Athol had ended up with the demon in his one of his remaining journal entries. But the simulacrum of Athol is like, yes. After Zelachai left, the four remaining luminaries met and decided that Athol was the best candidate for safekeeping. And I think that was a mistake. I think Uther should have kept it. He's the one that knows how to deal with entities like these, and I think he wanted to wash his hands of the whole thing. Uther, that is. He's still just like this.
We could ask Uther. He's right outside.
That's true.
Interesting. Can I try to message again?
Oh, yeah.
Out to Uther?
Mm-hmm.
Uther, we've found information that the demon is not present here. Would you care to join us inside? We've disabled all of the illusions.
Very good, very good. Yes, I will be in just a moment.
By the way, how long has it been since combat wrapped up?
It's been probably like 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Do you guys have any lines of questions that you want to ask him? I mean, the objective here was to hunt the demon. He said it's not here.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of assuming that it's staying at the Cerulean Rose, and it made that its base of operations. So, I mean, that tracks. If he says the demon hasn't been back,
Yeah, I mean, is there anything that you want to ask it? Otherwise, the simulacrum details the little more than a year that Athol was caretaker for the demon.
So Jim, here was my impression. Right, it was that Zelikai left us a letter that said that all the luminaries were summoning the demon and they were using the demon.
Correct.
And then one of the luminaries or more betrayed the others and released the demon or used it in addition.
Correct.
But this guy's telling me that none of that happened and that all the luminaries, excluding Zelikai, just said, hey, yo, Athol's gonna take care of it.
I can see where the confusion is. No, basically Athol has confirmed that, yeah, originally all 5 of the luminaries summoned this thing. They were using it in some capacity. At some point, there was a falling out. Zelikai was like, not going to do this anymore. You know, Uther was like, you helped us summon it. You got to get rid of it. Zelikai was like, screw that, and backed out of the deal. And that in the aftermath of that, the demon ended up in the sole care of Athol's possession. That he was going to just keep hold of it until they could figure out a way to get rid of it. And it was at that point that one of the luminaries betrayed the others and set this thing loose on the city. And what the simulacrum is telling you is that it was Athol who betrayed the rest of the others. That in the year that he was caretaker for it, the demon corrupted him, seduced him, and ultimately killed him and assumed his identity.
Well, I mean, I have no more questions for this guy. Is there anything else you guys want to do in this Manse?
I had a couple things of interest. One, musing, if we can get, this may be something that would not be easily revealed, but given that the neighborhood that we've been living in has been benefiting from, or at least perhaps what the Illuminaries used it for was somehow influencing the success or construction of the neighborhood, I would like to research or investigate or muse on what will happen to our world if we do kill and imprison.
Gotcha.
While cleaning up our mess.
Gotcha. I mean, the luminaries are kind of, they're fragmented.
It's not. I'm basically, is our neighborhood set on a pillar that has been magically put there by this consorting with the demon, and by killing the demon, we actually end up destroying the neighborhood? Is it that level of involvement?
Not destroying the neighborhood, but certainly some of the prosperity that the neighborhood has seen as a result of the luminaries' actions were partly the result of the power that they were gaining from this demon by getting rid of the demon, which in a sense, none of them are drawing power from it anymore, right? It's escaped, it's gotten loose.
Yeah.
The other thing is that there is a power vacuum, and that one of you or all of you or whoever could step in and fill that power vacuum. In terms of just your character's level of ability and skill, you're already kind of at the you're just sort of just below where the luminaries are themselves in terms of power and skill and influence, right? Like you guys are throwing around 4th level spells and things like that. That's kind of a metagame sense for it. So yeah, there is the neighborhood might experience less prosperity than it has recently, but it's not like things are going to be destroyed or calamity will ensue by defeating the demon. Does that answer your question?
That absolutely checks that off my list of concerns.
Cool.
And just like, great, let's go be murder hobos.
Well, Jim, I'm going to be...
By this point, Uther has come in and just been like, oh. Yeah, what's up, Robin?
I was just going to say, I would then want to start kind of looking around to see if I can find any of Athol's like writings or journals. I'm not going to touch a lot of things because I know wizards penchant for warding things, but
Yes.
maybe see if I can find something that was in his head before his head was taken from him, or however he was killed.
So you're going to sort of like look over the study and the other parts of his house, looking for some kind of clues and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, it's going to take a while to gather that information, but there's a wealth of it here in the Manse.
Maybe for the span of a short rest?
Sure.
Sweet.
Yeah, so if you guys want to like really just canvass the place and go over it with a fine-tooth comb, we can just kind of hit the fast forward on that.
Yeah, pretty much. We just want to ask Uther to to kind of confirm that this is like just a magical double, and what that means. And then I guess we need to go find our ghost chick to get a potion so we can see the demon again, in case it changes. I mean, is that what you guys think? We need to go grab more potion.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds to me like our plan would be, it's kind of clear now. We know who it is. We're pretty confirmed. And so we don't really need to check with the others unless we want their help. So maybe fomenting the plan to attack the Blue Rose and bring the crystal, the binding ritual, bring that being a goal now. Or do we want to hit up the other one still?
I'm of the opinion that we could use all the help that we can get.
Well, Uther stands with you, and despite the fact that he seems dismissive of just your persons, he and Xenophon are with you in this fight. That just leaves Isadora and Kronos.
Can we ask? So here's that's a great question that Andrew's bringing up. So can we ask Uther? Uther, what should this all come down to a rather nasty confrontation? Do you believe? Are you of the mind, the opinion that the gathered forces here, plus yourself and Xenophon, would be enough that we all survive?
He looks around the room. You can see him making calculations and assessments. And like all dwarves, takes his time in answering you. Nodding to Xenophon, our magic will be nigh useless against it directly, but we can lend our might to bolster yourselves in the fight. Yes, we will stand beside you.
Yes, but is it enough?
Is it enough? Yes. It will be a risk, the 5-6 of us. I see where you're getting at. I prefer overwhelming force as well. If we wish to gather more allies, I am okay with that, but I urge speed in this matter. The longer we wait, the more powerful and entrenched PAG will grow.
Also, we do have a bit of an ace in the hole here, if we can convince him to help us. And I'll look over at the simulacrum. Or maybe be able.
He's like, absolutely not. I am perfectly fine if you wish to consult me, or if there's something you need for me to prepare for you. But I will not put myself in harm's way. No, thank you.
I like this guy.
I give Uther a little bit of a sideways glance. Joego be in a lot of street fights. And Joego hear Uther's words. Uther stands side by our side, in front or behind?
Firmly behind Joego, but you will have my magic bolstering you.
So here's my thought. Like, if we have enough with Lucian, with Austilian, with all of our ragtag band that we put together.
Yeah, what about Yavo?
yeah, Yavo, another one. Why, why risk any BS from Isadora, right? Like, why even go that route or give her an opportunity or anything like that? I mean, just in case.
Uther kind of, this conversation is kind of happening all sort of at once, and Uther is kind of pops up. I've known Isadora for quite some time now, and if I know her, she is 1,000 leagues away, nowhere near the city, and the only thing that we are any contact we have with her is purely because she wishes to maintain the fiction that she is nearby. Her paranoia is
and Krotos
knows no limit. Krotos, I think, would lend his might to us. He was never satisfied with our arrangement with the demon, and like myself, grew to regret deeply our bringing it into this world.
Well,
And
why don't you pop over and fill him in?
I'd be happy to. It's been a while since I've spoken to him, but we parted on good terms the last time we were together.
So, I mean, I think that's it. Like, if we can grab Krotos, and we know that Uther, he's, like, pretty much vouching for him, saying that even before all this shit went down, he was having issues with the demon. And look, great, let's grab the two luminaries. Let's go head back to Zelakai's Manse, team up with everybody, and make a plan of attack.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
could
good
go
to me.
talk to Yavo. Yavo kind of pissed off at these guys.
Oh yeah,
That is-
the last
that
time
is
you
true.
guys talked to Yavo was totally like, when you guys are ready to move against them, come get me.
Yeah.
He
So
and
yeah,
his-
we should
his crew
bring
are
Yavo
ready.
in on it.
So you guys are done with the mansion.
Yeah, I'm personally ready to head back to Zelakai's Manse and grab peeps.
Okay. So there is you guys were gathering information, looking for clues during that entire time. You spent the better part of an hour just chatting, talking, going over stuff.
And I totally stole stuff, by the way, while I was looking. So,
Oh, yeah, I figured that was the case.
okay.
In terms of just like the fruits of your investigation, we can kind of, I think, in the interest of pacing and keeping us moving forward, we'll say that you can have some retroactive questions answered for yourself. So like, oh yeah, I did uncover those kinds of things during the investigation, and that'll also give me some time to make sure my story's straight. So Robin has been gathering papers, books, notes, anything that he thinks will help him in the fight ahead. Yes.
Jogo's definitely been like, is he a mayo or mustard kind of guy? Like
Athol's
figured
a
out-
mustard kind of guy all the way.
yeah, he's figuring out the condiments and the spices,
Mhm.
and definitely a lot of that stuff went into his pouches as well.
Right.
We're going to
Just
eat good.
I just rolled 3 9s in a row, by the way. So
Nice. So if everybody's done with Athol's Manse, we can kind of move on. Yes. Anything else you guys wanted to do here?
Yeah, I'll probably split from the group and head for Yavo,
Okay.
taken to the rooftops.
Gotcha. So as you are walking around, let's see. Excuse me. You guys walk out the front door of the manse, and the first thing that you immediately notice, so like Athol's Manse is in kind of like the northwest corner of the district, and from the southeast corner of where you are, there is a giant column of black smoke rising from the neighborhood.
in the direction of
In the direction of the south, it's the southeast. So in the southeast, that's close to Goblin Town. That's where Krotos lives. That's sort of the direction that you see the smoke coming from.
Oh, fuck them. It's all gutter fairies and goblins.
Right.
Finally, somebody did something about that.
Everybody always accuses me.
where is that in relation to Zelakai's Manse and all that?
Zelikai is kind of like south central.
Okay.
I would like to investigate the
Yeah.
There's like it's
A
like
Holocaust happening over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a giant column of fire there going there. It'd probably take like 10 minutes if you guys were moving at your full moves as fast as you can to get there.
Well, it's a good thing Dave is a street urchin.
Yeah, he can show you the back alleys and the shortcuts.
Oliver is struggling to keep up.
So making your way there, yeah. Uther's not particularly fast either, but he does know a spell or two to make things go faster. He actually like summons a spectral horse that he rides there instead of walking. All right. So as you get closer and closer to the source of the fire, you can see it. There's just like ash and cinder pouring down all over the neighborhood. Your eyes start kind of watering, and just the smoke is thick in the air. And of course, people are fucking flipping out because like a year or so ago, the neighborhood to the north of them burned down completely.
Right.
And so people are running away. There's crowds like pouring out of the streets and the houses around, like fleeing from the fire. And then as you make your way, as you get closer to it, sort of a sinking feeling comes in. It's awfully close to where Krotos lives. That the fire's coming from.
Oh no.
Is that
So you're about a block away
Kronos'
from it.
place?
Anything you do once you're a block away from it?
I'm gonna get up on a roof and
what do we
start
see?
scanning the crowd.
Robin gets up on a roof.
I'll climb up there with him. I'll go with him.
Oliver and Robin climbing up on a roof. Joego and Jardon, how about the two of y'all?
I pretty much travel almost exclusively by rooftop.
It's true.
He'll Jardon will slither down to and in and out of looking for buildings, people within buildings, anyone hurt, anyone stuck. And I think we only had short rest, right?
Correct. It was a short rest. Okay. How many of these water spells does Jardon have prepped right now?
No, he's without the rest. He doesn't have any of them.
Gotcha.
He has create or destroy water. Yeah, he has that always. So he'll be applying that to put out fires and save people.
Yeah, it looks like secondary fires have sprung up from the rooftops where Robin and Oliver are, and I guess maybe Joego as well. You can confirm that is indeed Kronos' Manse that is currently ablaze, like an inferno has engulfed it, and it's spread kind of neighboring buildings. The smoke here is incredibly thick, making reducing your visual distance to about 30 feet or so if you're the closer you get to it. And of course it's oppressively hot. You have these sort of burning hot cinders and ash falling all over you. So that's the situation as it stands. Joego, Oliver, and Robin can all make me perception checks as well.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna pull my my red handkerchief up over my mouth and nose.
Okay.
Yes! Finally.
Sweet.
Couldn't even hear Robin going, Athol, what's up?
If Jardon applies his efforts like 100% to putting out the fires in the neighboring buildings, you will eventually succeed. It'll take you a while. But there are other people assisting, and it's not everybody's fleeing. Let's see. Joego doesn't really see much, but both Oliver and Robin can see something huge and vaguely feline stalking through the smoke of Kronos' Manse.
Oh shit!
And can hear like shouting and the like coming from it, like the sounds of a fight.
Can I quickly cast message down to Jardon,
Yes.
and just say, "It's the demon. He's here."
Okay, yeah. So Jardon gets that message. How about everybody else? Robin, Joego?
I'm going to hide on the roof that we're at and keep a lookout because we are not prepared to fight this thing right now. How far away is Zelikai's Manse?
Zelikai's Manse is
From where we are?
from where you guys are, it's like at least another 5 blocks away.
Mm.
It would take you a couple minutes to get back there.
Yeah.
Joego's standing on the rooftop surveying these fires.
Mhm.
And like to no one in particular, this is what happened when you let goblins and gutter fairies cook. They're not good at it. What they make doesn't taste good, and they don't pay attention. They burn everything. Now they burn the houses.
Joego, that's a fair point. And I'm gonna just pat him on the shoulder and point at the feline figure in the fire and be like, "But I think it was that."
You think it was... Oh.
Yeah.
Demons are bad cooks too.
Yes. Oh,
Jardon
demons
will-
are the worst. They burn their own hell down.
Jardon will pause in his efforts to message back, "Not ready. No, not yet," and then return to his squirreling.
Okay. So Jardon is helping put out the fires. Oliver and Robin have seen what looks like the presence of the demon. Joego is blaming the goblins and the fairies. But Robin is correct. You guys are not exactly ready to face it. So what's y'all's plan?
So there's people screaming and all that stuff going on. Like, is this guy straight up just like murdering people in front of us? Is that a thing that's happening?
It doesn't look like he's murdering like anyone in the crowd.
He's not rapiering people.
Correct.
But he's in the manse yelling at something. Do we hear anyone else? Like, do we hear Krotos?
Yeah, you can hear Krotos shouting as well.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should help him.
Uther and Xenophon have joined Jardon in trying to help put out these fires.
Jardon, if we don't act now, Krotos could die, and we may not be strong enough to take him on.
From where we are, can we? Is there a way into the manse, or is it all just completely engulfed?
It's pretty much engulfed in flames. It's spread to the nearby townhouses.
Yeah.
So
you can hear a sharp, loud howl of pain coming from inside the inferno. Just a,
Joego really fast, and Joego will dive off the roof.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
I think him running towards the screams.
Kind of nod over to Robin.
So visibility
run.
within the immediate vicinity of Kronos' manse is limited to 30 feet. Visibility within the manse itself is limited to 10 feet. Excuse me. And I need, if you're going to enter the manse, I need you to make a Constitution save.
So before I actually get in, do my Eyes of the Eagle assist me at all at seeing?
I mean, this is obscuring smoke, not like darkness.
Okay.
So I don't think Eyes of the Eagle is going to help here.
Okay. So I will then, in that case, I will take them off and dive in. At some point, I'll probably be diving through fire. Just as, when I get close to diving through fire, I will rage just before that. So you said a con save?
Correct. Yes.
All right.
DC 13.
All right. I think we got that.
Oh yeah. So I mean, it's hot and it's smoky, but you're not that phased by it. You know, your anger and your rage is kind of like pushing you to push past all this pesky smoke and ash and fire that's going on here.
Damn it. Against Robin's better judgment.
Yeah, Jogo's gone jumping into the smoke and into the inferno through the fires and the flames.
We've got to chase him.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Against Robin's better judgment, before he can really think about it, he's going to follow Joego immediately when he sees what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, Oliver will do the same.
Okay.
We're going.
There is you follow Joego into it. Oliver and Robin are on their way. Anybody let Jardon and the others know that that's what y'all are doing?
Yeah, that's my message. My message to him is we're going.
Okay.
We're going.
Going. Jogo's rushing through the smoke, the fog. Everybody's perception checks within the vicinity of the manse that's on fire or within it itself are at disadvantage. You try and make your way in there, and So Joego, give me an idea of what you're doing, how you're tackling this.
All right, so I'm basically just looking for Krotos.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just listening for the shouts and the screams.
Okay. Make me a perception check with disadvantage then. The shouting and screams have stopped. There was that one piercing howl, sound like painful anguish, and you haven't heard anything else after that.
Ha!
Nice.
Was that double 18s?
Nice.
Oh, no, it was an 18 and a 19. So 22.
Okay. You think you can see Krotos up ahead in the smoke, in what would probably be a small courtyard that he had in his townhouse.
Is the demon anywhere in sight?
Not that you can tell. I mean, it's like I said, it's difficult to see. You just think you make out Krotos ahead of you. Looks like he's just sort of standing limply in the courtyard.
I will kind of like, oh, so it's in the court. I will like kind of like try and tackle him, scoop him up over my shoulder, and if there's a wall, kind of parkour over it.
Okay. I am going to need you to make me a dexterity save then, DC 14. How about Robin and Oliver? What are y'all up to? You saw Joego just run in.
Well, I'm trying to stay on his hip.
Yeah.
Is basically what I'm trying to do.
I think we're trying to go right with him.
Okay, so Robin's kept up with Joego. Oliver's just a few steps behind. Both of y'all make me perception checks with disadvantage as well.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I hate to be that guy, but do we need to make a con save also?
Oh yeah, you do.
Motherfucker.
Sorry. I can't help it. It goes both ways.
No, the perception check is a 10.
21 for me.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
a con.
Yeah, give me the con. Yeah, DC 13 for those cons.
Yeah, baby. Get some. 18.
Robin is, your lungs are pumping. You've just been running across the
Does
neighborhood.
my handkerchief give me a...
It's a little too thick for this handkerchief. You could just take a big gulp full of air or full of smoke and spin around coughing. Joego, you managed to spot the giant plank that is impaling Krotos before you accidentally run into it in your tackle, right? Like you stop yourself short and see that Krotos is just like limp and this thing is like pierced from somewhere down near his leg and is sticking up out of his neck. And you manage to stop yourself before you accidentally impale yourself on this thing as well.
Uh-oh.
What do you guys do? Robin sees that Joego stops short before getting to Krotos.
So Joego begins spinning around looking for trouble.
You're in the middle of a giant burning building.
Trouble on our left, trouble on our right.
Is Jardon still helping to put out the fire?
If the fire appears to, because his reasoning currently is if it spreads from here to their neighborhood or other neighborhoods, what's the point anyway? So he wants to make sure that that's not going to happen more before he'll trust his friends long enough to make sure that worry is used, and then he'll go after them.
Gotcha. So there is a loud, booming laughter coming out from the street. Jardon can hear it more clearly than those in the burning building. Like I said, Uther and Xenophon are assisting him mostly by casting various cold spells to try to like freeze the fire out and create a fire break. You just hear the laughter ring out across the neighborhood. Witness your protectors, you fools, you mewling weaklings. Everybody hears that.
So, so sorry, Krotos, so sorry. You're very grumpy, but you did not deserve this. And Joego pulls him off the board and lays him down. And then he picks up the board and kind of like slaps it over his shoulder, kind of hacksaw Jim Duggan style, and begins heading out of the burning building.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Oh! You've got this giant, it's big, right? Like it's big enough to impale somebody on. There you go.
Joego, are you doing the thumbs up?
He might be doing the thumbs up. Oh!
Do you guys like pork chop sandwiches?
So Joego turns and heads back out. Robin's kind of coughing. There you go.
I'm trying to get out of there.
All right.
Yeah.
Those of you trying to exit the building, give me one last, this time a dexterity save.
Hoo-ha! Natural 1.
Excellent.
Dodge, Jim Davis.
4, baby. Rolled a 4. Makes it a 10.
That's oh my god, man. That's the thumbnail.
Oliver's going to take 12 fire damage in the building. It's just the flames are like leaping out at him.
I got you.
Yeah.
Joego is like a natural gymnast in here.
He really is. Really is.
All of his clothes burn off on the way out, so he looks just like a fucking pro wrestler. Just a loincloth.
He's heating up.
Excuse me.
The question is,
right.
though, do you smell what Jogo's cooking?
Oh my god. So Joego exits the building, the flames sort of lighting up the buildings across the street from Krotos' Manse. And on top of the building where you guys were just standing looking down into this inferno is the full might and form of Pagkatama in all his sort of like demonic feline glory. He's sort of like hulking over, all orange and black and shadowy, and it's just sort of like booming. People are screaming, running in all directions, and it's like pointing down at Joego and the rest of you. You cannot save these people. They are mine. Witness your protectors as they burn. Unimpressed?
Can I declare dodge as an action?
Yes, you can.
Legitimately?
Mhm. What do you guys do?
Tremble,
I look around.
cower.
I'm
I
still.
look around for Uther.
Uther is maybe half a block down. There's a whole building like encased in a sheen of frost that he's using to create a fire break to keep the fire from spreading. And he's kind of like magicking his way over there, keeping an eye on what's going on. And you can see him. He has a look on his face that like normally is very stoic, kind of like hard to read. And this look is like an oh shit look.
All right. Well, he's too far away to bolster. So Joego is going for the demon. He's very angry, and he wants to beat him to death with the board that he impaled Krotos on.
Okay. And so you're going to climb up to the top of the building?
Yeah, he would take the most direct route.
Okay. He's pretty swift at that. How about everybody else?
Can I want to cast a spell here. I want to see my range. Okay, am I within 120 feet of him?
Yes. Yeah.
Silence. Right on him. Suck it.
Okay.
I'm tired of this booming voice.
Gotcha.
No
So you
spells,
silence
none of that shit.
The area around him. Okay. Robin? He sort of like gives Oliver a perturbed look.
He's got to move at least.
And how far away is he?
I mean, he's like right there across the street. I'd say probably he's about, 80 feet away from you. In a direct line, but it would take a while to like climb up the building to get to him.
Right.
You have athlete, so it takes less time.
That is true. Well, that's tough. I'm going to cough the rest of the Manse out of my lungs and start moving kind of in a circuitous route towards him, but not taking my eyes off of him.
Okay.
Daggers out.
Jardon will cry out in worry for Joego. No, not yet. And we'll try and entangle Joego to keep him from hurting himself.
Okay. I don't know. Does Joego hear any of that?
Not yet. I don't imagine.
No, probably not.
No.
He's not listening anyway. He's very angry.
Yeah.
He's probably about to rage.
Joego is about to pull himself up over the lip of the roof and get within range of the demon, when it suddenly leaps off the building and sort of like hovers in midair right above you, and kind of like looks down at the four of you. Now is not the time. I have prepared a special place for you. Meet me at my dominion. And he kind of like just holds his hands out and just sort of like a smug, confident gesture before fading from view and flying off. Everybody can take one more action before you'll be unable to see him.
I lied. You were not a good dancer at all.
I use my action to continue to contain my bladder.
Gotcha.
Same.
Okay.
As Jardon compels his vines to hold Joego back, he's going to study the demon, using his observant feat and abilities as thoroughly as possible to prepare for what is to come.
Yeah, Joego does one last thing. He narrows his eyes, caresses the board. And for an instant, he looked like he's maybe going to throw it, but then he pulls it back, begins caressing it with narrowed eyes. He plans on beating this demon to death with this board.
Sweet. Covered in Kronos' blood and charred from the fire.
Yes.
So this thing flies off to the northwest, or at least that's what it looks like before it fades from view. Most of the crowds have dispersed by now, and the fire looks like it caught maybe 3 buildings before it was contained. And those fires are now still burning. It will probably be put out within the hour or so. You find yourself on the street. The ash from Kronos' manse falling over and blanketing the street in a gray snow. And I think now is a good time to hit pause on that. And our viewers are going to have to join us next week for session 10, where we figure out how our heroes are going to tackle this situation they've got themselves in.
Well done, Jim Davis.
Thank you.
Well done. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate that. If you guys are watching here on Twitch, we're here every Wednesday. Shout out to Unmade Gaming with Mike over there for giving us the raid late at night. We really appreciate that. If you guys are watching later on YouTube, you can check the upload every Friday. That's whenever we upload. Of course, we want to thank all of our sponsors, which is going to be Fantasy Grounds, who is our virtual tabletop where you'll see all of the game take place. All of our maps are built in Dungeon Painter Studio by pyromancers.com. And of course, ThinkGeek is our presenter. If you guys want to support the show, you can check out links down in the description below or in the Twitch panels. That'll take you guys right to ThinkGeek. And it's actually an affiliate link, so if you guys pick anything up, that helps support the show. So please support the show by supporting the sponsors. That's all I got. Do you guys have anything else you want to add before we boogie out of here?
Just thanks for the session, Jim, and thanks everyone for hanging out.
Yeah, man.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's always fun, and I every week I look forward to this and appreciate the love we get from our viewers.
Oh, also, real quick before I forget, Fantasy Grounds, the giveaway just ended earlier today, so we'll be announcing those winners in that particular app. If you guys entered in, you can just go check that, and we'll announce the winners there. And then, of course, Fantasy Grounds will be contacting the winners for their ultimate license. And next week, I think we have another giveaway from Dungeon Painter Studio where people can win have a chance to win a few copies of that. So we'll be getting that set up. So be sure to check out the episode next week. Okay, that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. And
I got one last thing.
What else you got?
Today on Nerdarchy, we had an awesome guest, Frank Manse. He's a freaking legend. Go check it out. I don't normally plug, but that interview was so good.
I can't wait to watch it.
He was awesome.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next week. Take care.
Later.
Later.
Hey, nerd.